When I was a baby, I have a bit of childhood eczema already. We went to the skin center and see regular dermatologists. During puberty, it came back. That started a never-ending journey with the National Skin Center. In and out with a lot of steroids and creams. A couple years into it, they put me on phototherapy. Phototherapy 5 years didn't work out. There was a period of time where we tried to also withdraw from steroids by going to Chinese medicine. We didn't manage to find a doctor that could help to withdraw completely or at least know what he was doing. Went back to skin center, more phototherapy, a lot of steroids to bring things down. Early 20s, that's when we started going on MTX. So MTX is like a full body immunosuppressant. It's not pathway specific. MTX worked very well after the first 6 months, but the caveat is it requires a lot of blood tests. Blood tests at the first 2 months was almost every other week to make sure that my liver was okay. After that, basically every 3 months I have to take my blood to make sure that my liver still can take it. One of the bad things about MTX is I also had side effects from that. My stomach became more sensitive. Things like gluten or dairy started to be a bit more intolerant of that, especially when they started me on higher dosage at the start. Digestion was very bad, but I didn't know that it was like a side effect of MTX. Right after MTX, managed to successfully withdraw for a bit, almost 1 year, 8 months to 1 year, and that was mostly because of living overseas, so climate was a lot better than Singapore. Once I came back, obviously the humidity made it worse again, so I have to go back to MTX for 1 more year. So right after that, it sustained and kept the condition a bit, but it's not as great as the first round of MTX, where everything was completely normal. Things got worse after getting the vaccine shots. In 2020, I got my first vaccine shot, so right after that, patches of red skin started to appear on my face. There was no external triggers or anything. So that was the first bad sign. Second shot, I got more uncontrolled red skin over the body. And then right after that, we had booster in December as well. And that was when I had a bit more body malfunction. So things like not being able to sleep well, not being able to also use the toilet frequently. So basically a lot of daily functions are very much affected by that. The last trigger was having gotten COVID in January. Back then I was still using MTX, still having MTX and still having all the steroid creams, but it was never able to bring down any of the condition. It totally lost its efficacy. And then from there on, the skin went downhill. It's like a very big flare that wouldn't end. And then, everywhere else started to erupt. Very uncontrollable. It's just like a rebound that was even worse than what I had in the past. It started with just red itchy, like angry red itchy, just very uncontrollable. Red and itchy and dry, and then it recovers for a few days but it comes back again. So it never stops. Because usually if it's like triggered by something, it's just a couple of days and it will just go away. But this is like recurring. It just more and more comes up out of the whole body without any triggers.